So, I go to Khoo's YouTube channel and I see how many subscribers he's got. Now, I was expecting many more. Why? Well, supposedly, he's been at Speaker's Corner since 1986. And he's draws some of the biggest crowds. And as you can see, it's not like he's a wallflower. No, he makes sure that he's centre of attention. Yeah. So I would imagine him to have a lot more than me. Myself, who doesn't go to Speaker's Corner and doesn't get filmed for decades, being the centre of attention. But yet, look, I've actually got more than him. So me, who no one knows, have more than him. So maybe that's why they're so disturbed right now, because they can see how powerful the channel is getting. And when I have more subscribers than someone like Heiko, I think it tells you a lot, doesn't it? That their plan has not worked. So let's dig deep into Heiko. Alright, so ironically 2033. Now where else have I seen 33? Oh yeah. Dr. Heiko has studied Marxist ideas for 33 years. Brilliant stuff. Now, how do we not know that they do all these things? They backdate it and then they put 33 years in to coincide with when it was put there, when they want it to be put there, kind of thing, released. Yeah? It could all just be signs to let them know who's who, who's on their side, who isn't. Yeah? So, yeah, he's a Marxist and he studied it for 33 years and over 33 years possibly, yeah. Now, communism is responsible for roughly 100 million deaths in the world. So that's what he pushes. He pushes an ideology that has killed 100 million people in the world. Children, women, innocent men. That's who he pushes. Okay. So yeah. Now let's see his last video, shall we? So his last video, funnily enough, is the ones who I exposed days and days ago, which is the provocateurs at the Kill the Bill London protest, and both Spectrum, who you probably don't know, I wouldn't blame you, he is a nobody, but Spectrum and Heiko have both put out videos about this man. Now, it's very funny because they never seem to be too concerned about exposing crisis actors before, but maybe it's just because they're trying to get some of the, credibility of what we're doing on the channel. Like I said, Heiko's only got 2033 and he's a superstar. He's a big superstar who everybody knows, who you can see in the papers. Look at this picture here, if I can find it. Yeah, that's him as well, like I said, in disguise. Yeah. There he is, getting filmed by Spectrum, the one with the Alice band. Yeah, you heard me right, Alice band. Yeah, I think he thinks he's in 1990s like football era. Yeah, Alice band, really. Yeah. So yeah, he's filming his beloved Heiko, the one who promotes communism, which killed 100 million people in the world, as you do. Yeah. Oh, and look, here's Heiko, and who's he with here? Oh, it's Grey Bleeder. So Heiko doesn't have the intelligence to see that this man is discrediting our movement. And I have left him a comment on his YouTube channel. He hasn't responded. he responds to other people, Heiko, but I guess when you ask him a question he doesn't like, he maybe ignores it. So like I said, there he is with Grey Bleeder. Oh, and there's Resistance GB. And Resistance GB is a Conservative politician who got kicked out of the Conservative Party for being racist and who's anti-Islam. Nice guy. Wearing blue, just like Conservatives. Wearing blue, just like a police. Yeah? And here's Khoo making sure that as he gets arrested, he's centre of attention, looking straight at the camera, doing his little monologue. Yeah. And here he is wearing his favourite communist t-shirt. Yeah. 100 million deaths that t-shirt represents. No one says anything though. No one says anything. Yeah. So let's go back to the video that they put out. So I put on here, which is true, Khoo and his accomplice Spectrum, who threatened Gazer Frackman on camera, stole my work and claim it as their own by revealing a name to then make them a target. So all they did was they jumped on what I was exposing, and if I reflect on it, what I would imagine has actually happened. They've set this up knowing that I'm going to expose it because it's very easy to expose. Then what they then do is jump on it, but with more details that they had anyway. They knew that it was going to happen. They knew to say it's this reporter, and that's why I've got subject access. 1 second. And that's why I get people like Spectrum and subject access making contact with me, even though they haven't spoken to me for a long time because I've been exposing them for months now. And he sends me this message saying about those people that I exposed, giving me names. Yeah, so like I said, all they're doing is jumping on my bandwagon with something that they planned anyway for me to expose, then to jump on it, but have more detail because they knew about it anyway. So they knew who it was going to be and the names of the people, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah? Simple. So what they've done is they've made the same video as me, but given it more detail because they knew what was going to happen anyway. It was all planned. And then they gave the name of the woman. So they've made that person infamous. Yeah, that's their choice. It was nothing to do with me. I didn't name any names of those people. Okay, that's what they did, as I just showed you. And Khoo seems to know the name of the person as well. Isn't it funny how Spectrum, Subject Access and Khoo all seem to know who this agent provocateur was? Oh, but you only just noticed them now where I've been exposing them for 2 years. Get out of here. Do you think we're stupid? More intelligent than all of you put together. Yeah? So then we get Spectrum, who's the one with the Alice band, who then says so eloquently, only nonces are scared of their real name. Yeah? Right. Okay. So then I put, again, we have you on camera threatening Gazer Frackman. Again, provable fact. You can see it in the videos that I've got. And then he goes, laughing my arse off. You mean the work you stole from Sam? Get a grip, you clown. So he won't even deny that he threatened him on camera. He's just saying that I stole it. No, I didn't steal it. Actually, if you want to know, Subject Access actually sent me that footage. You absolute idiot. Yeah. So, and nowhere has he ever said that I can't use his footage. So, shut up. Simple as that. So he sent me that footage, and we got you on film threatening Gazer Frackman, and it's in this occasion here. There, that's the day you did it, yeah. And you also had the audacity, even though you knew very well who he was, because you said that he was washed out and insignificant, you said, what's your name? John Overkill. Yeah, so you brought my name into one of your fake events again, just like you did with G-Truth and Pavlov, remember? And I see through that, didn't I? Straight away. You must have got so embarrassed. You must have got a little slap on the wrist, yeah? Yeah, get back in that cage, Shield. You messed up, yeah? Exposed it straight away. So There's Alice Band. There's Alice Band again, look, in his like nice pink trainers, yeah, with his Alice Band, getting a big hug from the policeman, yeah. So yeah, he won't even deny that he threatened someone on camera. Yeah. So again, I put, you threatened a man on camera and you boasted you wouldn't go to prison for it. Again, recorded on camera, done. Yeah. So that's who Khoo allows to speak for him basically on his YouTube page. And here, look, I'd never go on Spectrum's site, but because he made contact with me and said, you've got something right, blah, 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 I went on his site and I saw this video. And look at the title. I'm not even going to say it. Now, that title is basically aimed at the police. So what he's doing there is inciting tension and aggression towards the police. Now, what theme, have you heard of that theme in the last few days? Yeah, same here. You remember when Bannerman, that little weasel, yeah, who is obsessed with me now because he got exposed in front of 180 people and the video's been seen like, what, 1.8 thousand times now? Imagine how vulnerable you're feeling now, mate, yeah? And, you know, justice will come through the courts in a fair way. No one wants any violence against any of you. You're not worth it. You're not worth getting angry over. We just want justice for what you've done to us, okay? Through the courts. So, that's who Khoo allows to film him and to defend him on his YouTube channel. This man here, who is starting aggression towards the police by labelling that on the title of his video. And I'm not going to watch the video because I don't watch any of these things. I'm allowed to look at the channel, look at what they're saying. Is it inflammatory? Is it aggressive? Well, yes, I think that's wrong to do that, to be honest. So that's who Khoo is connected to, and he's happy to do that. He's happy to get filmed by him, yeah. With his 2.33 thousand subscribers, I got more than you, and I don't need to fake any events and be centre of attention like you do, Heiko, yeah, like this, yeah. Getting these young men like this man who's obviously confused, subject access, to film you, make out like you're some leader of the movement when you're just a communist responsible for 100 million deaths in the world. And there you are, with Grey Bleeder there like it's nothing. Resistance GB, the conservative politician who's basically racist and anti-Islam. Pretty much done, really, isn't it? There's not really much else you can say about that. You got people who want to be centre of attention, who incite violence against the police, and you got Khoo who promotes communism, which killed 100 million people in the world. Nice that, isn't it? It's nice that. What a wonderful world we live in. Well, I tell you what, we do live in a good world. It's just the people in it that aren't. But that's why we have to expose them. And that's what we do here on the John Overkill channel. And I want to thank all the people who, behind the scenes and in the hot seat, help. It's like a 24-hour thing, this. We're all constantly talking behind the scenes, getting information, researching, connecting dots, and obviously we're a very, very powerful channel, especially when you've got more subscribers than Khoo like I have, and it's only going up and up, just like your guilt levels will. Whereas on the John Overkill channel, we're guilt-free. Guilt-free. We don't promote ideologies that kill 100 million people. We don't promote anger. We don't promote aggression towards the police by labeling them things like this man has done. That we don't do that, okay? I would never say that about any group of people. Yeah? I would never do that. But then I have morals and I know what effects words have. And so do these people, and so does Heiko Khoo, and he's probably kind of like their handler as well. Yeah? So what you've got is you've got these older males like Heiko Khoo and Piers Corbyn, and what they're doing is they're sort of grooming these young lads who probably got some kind of vulnerabilities as well, possibly, although they could be lying about that as well. And they just groom them to be their filmers, their promoters, their bodyguards, their online bodyguards, and it's just very creepy situation with wigs and Alice bands and communists, and oh god, it's just grimy. I'm so thankful for my beautiful family that I can look in the eyes and realise what actually matters, and these people would never really truly have the power. Okay? Simple as that. So, I will leave it at that. I think that's another brilliant video. Totally demolished these lot in 16 minutes. And I'll be back very soon. Don't you worry about that. Where there is darkness, we shine our light the brightest. No new normal, unite the people to fight the evil. This has been John Overkill, and we are over and out. Take care of yourselves and of others. Peace, brothers and sisters. We have already won this battle. Everything that they're doing now is damage limitation. And a big shout out goes to Bannerman, because basically you're in the wrong. You incited violence against the police. You should apologise. You haven't done anything of the sort. All you've done is just obsess over me since last night, like you don't actually have a family. If you had a family, 5 children, maybe you should spend some time with them instead of talking about me. I don't have 5 children. 5 children must take up a lot of time, but you seem to have a lot of time to talk about me. I hope it's not because you fancy me, yeah, because I'm not interested. I've got myself a nice family. I don't need any of you guys in my life. I'm exposing you for what you are, and then I'll move on. End of story. Peace for now.